Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of SEB'S SMS. Yes guys, as usual, I'm sending you a message. Yes, I'm sending you a message. You better catch it.
Sebastian Baton is now very much the Anglophile.
SEB'S SMS, that's yours. You take what's yours. I'm sending you a message. You better catch it.
But when it comes to the football,
We snatch it. That's ours.
Yo, what's happening? What's going on? Tell me, talk to me. Saturday morning session, here we are. Another day, another dollar, as they say in America. Sometimes I'm trying to pick things up from all over the world because I'm a world citizen. You get me? Today, what we on about? What we talking about? We're talking about control. I'm a control freak. Let me hold my hands up. I'm a control freak. And I don't like to lose control, but sometimes, and I'm telling you for fact from experience, the fact that I'm seeking to have control over a lot of things is a downfall. It doesn't play into my favor. And that's what I want to talk about today. I don't want you to start losing control, but I want you to control what you can control, what you have power over. You can only control things that are in your power. Let me explain. For those of you who, in any given situation, there's only so much that you can have control over. When you're about, I don't know, in a football game, you can't really control what your teammate is doing. You can't really control how your manager is thinking. You can't really control how your boss in your company is thinking because you're not with him 24/7. You understand? So I want you to realize, okay, let me focus on what I have power and control over. The only and ultimate thing that you can control is yourself. You can only control yourself. Stop thinking, yeah, but you should do that. Master controlling yourself first. Be the boss, be the best at what you do or what you can do yourself. Because when you deflect, when you start thinking, you should do that, you're losing focus. You tend to be a little bit more exposed to a mistake, exposed to do something that, you know what, it's not going to be very good for you. And that's all I'm saying. I remember when I started football or when I started playing professional, I knew it was good just because I was focused on myself. I remember one day, William Gallas, shout out to him, when he was at Spurs, he was telling me a story about him at Chelsea. And he said to me, the reason why we were so good at Chelsea? Because I was good and the whole team was good. Because every player only had to focus about himself. He didn't have to, pay too much attention about the player next to him or in front of him because he knew that every player was so good, they knew what to do. And that's what I want you to understand. I want you to become so good at what you do. People shouldn't even worry about you. So they have time and energy to focus about themselves. So by you being so good, you allow other people to be as good because they're not distracted. You can only have control by yourself. Stop trying to control what your manager should think, or stop trying to control, to a certain extent, obviously, what your teammate should be doing. Stop trying to control what your kids should be doing. Stop trying to control what your wife should be doing, what your husband should be doing, because that applies in our football life, but also in our everyday life. Be confident enough to lose some sort of control that are not beneficial for you. Focus about yourself. You can't control about the weather. You can talk about it as much as you want, but you're never gonna have control about the weather. So what you're doing, you can only control the way you're gonna get dressed. The fact that you have different type of clothes just to face whatever happened, and you leave that to the other people, but you need to control yourself. You can control the way you eat, you can control the way you drink, you can control the way you sleep, you can control the way you work. You can control all that because that's only you who is the main actor of that movie. You should be the actor of your movie. When you have a movie, the main character is the superstar. You're the superstar of your own movie. And when you're the superstar of your own movie, you do whatever you want to do because that's your movie, right? That's yours. And we're talking about your life. And that's what I want you to get. We always talk about your life, nobody else's life. So focus about what you can control and bump the rest. Forget about the rest. Master one thing first. What is under your control, right? So when you get onto that pitch this afternoon, what can you do? What should you do? What will you do? You will take things under your control. You will only care about what you can control to master it, to become the best version of yourself, to play to the best of your ability. And you can do it, you will do it because you're a champion. That's what champions do. They focus about themselves. Then when they've mastered it, then they might start, deflecting and thinking about other things. But first, control what you can control. So when you get onto that pitch, we don't tiptoe into it, right? We don't tiptoe into that pitch because that pitch represents your life. We get in there, we're full of confidence because that's yours. You take what's yours, I take what's mine, we take what's ours. I'm telling you, we're on our way. We're on our way to greatness, to success. So when you get onto that pitch, you take what's yours, the power, control, the happiness, the joy, the fulfillment. What we do, we don't only take them because we shy. No, what we're doing, we snatch them. We snatch them because that's yours. Snatch it, take it, make it yours, right? Because it's under your control. That was your homeboy, SEB'S, aka Baby Bass. Once again, you know the drill. Pass it on, comment, just exchange. I'll see you next week. Be good, be blessed. You're a champion.